Hi guys, it's me again, Josie, here to do another eyeshadow tutorial for you today. Can't speak, here we go. Before I get into putting any makeup on though, I just want to tell you that I've used the P. Louise Base 2 on my eyes to prime my eyes before putting any makeup on, and it's really good. Try and get some. Alright, so the palette we're going to be looking at today is going to be Revolution's Red Alert palette. Some nice, gorgeous reds in there and some pinks and purples. And I think we're going to do the pinks and purples today. It's also got like a bright white in there and some gold tones. So yeah, I'll probably be using them. We'll see how it goes. There's no shade names on this palette, by the way, guys. There is a grid on the back of the palette from 1 to 5, 6 to 10, and on till you get to 15. So yeah, I will be putting shade numbers on the video for you. Hopefully that'll help you a little bit to get you going. And also just let you know, I'm using my Morphe brushes today, and I'm also using some Lamora brushes and some no-name brushes that I got at Amazon. So yeah, if you don't have these brushes, do not worry guys. Please feel free to use your own brushes, and I'm sure it'll turn out fine. Alright, so next thing I want you to do before we get going is I want you to take that finger, go ahead to that mouse and move it around to that subscribe button. I want you to hit that subscribe button and then hit that bell, and you'll get a notification when a new video of mine comes out. So yeah, here we go. So I'm going to, for you, so you can see what I'm actually doing, I'm going to magnify my eyes so you can really see what's going on in my peepers as we're going along. Alright, so let's get started then. Right, so I'm going to kick this off, and we're going to go into shade number 10, and I've got a flat kind of brush, really tiny brush, and that helps with doing the outside corners, doing your little flick that you do. I'll just put some product on my brush. If I tend to go quiet, guys, it's just because I'm concentrating on what I'm doing. It's not because I'm bored or I'm far from bored. I love makeup. There's no way I get bored. So I'm just kind of drawing my line out there, and I'll do the other side as well. A little lopsided. So I'll try and straighten that up a bit. And I'm just going to draw that into the corner of the lid, kind of give that a little bit of an angled look, creating my triangle, and this side as well. And I'm just going to put a little bit more of that number 10 on that brush so we can get some more powder there. A little more, guys. If you're done, you just hold your horses. I'll be with you in a second. I don't want them to be the same length. It would be good, right? That's not too bad. Just lift it up a little bit more. I use my fingers to adjust my makeup sometimes, and it works for me. I don't know if you do the same thing when you're messing around with your makeup. Let me know. Comment in the box below the video and tell me how do you fix up your little mistakes when you're putting your makeup on. I mean, some people just like use a baby wipe or makeup remover or whatnot, but I use my finger to readjust it. Alright, so we're gonna go in with my Morphe M506 tapered mini blender. This is kind of like a little fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into that number 10, tap off that excess, and I'm just going to start putting some color here. Sorry, it's quite loud outside. I don't know if you can hear it, but the kids are out playing. It's Sunday, so yeah. And lockdown is officially over. Yay! I made it to Primark this week, which is really good for me. I was so glad that I got out of the house, because it's been ages since I've been out. Right, so a little bit more of that same number 10. So I'm just darkening up the crease there. Don't go too far up. I mean out onto out of the crease. I've put a lot of P. Louise on today, mainly because I want to see how it performs with lots of product on. Does it go just as dark? Does it go darker? Does the makeup slide around when you put makeup on? So far, so good. It does look like it's a lot deeper of a color than what normally I would see with this makeup. So that's a good sign, which means I've been putting my P. Louise base on too thin for however long I've used it, for forever. Okay, So, I think I got enough pigment on there now. Just 2 seconds more. I'm going to clean that brush. Okay, so I'm going to go into my Lamora blending brush now. And I'm just going to get in there and give it a good blend. These Lamora brushes are really nice. My husband got them as a gift for me, so I have no idea. I think he got them off Amazon. But yeah, they're really, really nice. I'm waiting for my new brushes though, guys. I've got 15 eyeshadow brushes from Jessup. I've heard nothing but good things about their brushes, so I'm gonna give it a try. I could use some more eye brushes anyways. So yeah, kind of to include in my collection. I could go through all the brushes that I've got, but we'd be here all day. You're probably thinking, why buy more brushes? Seeing as you've got lots. So just because I like to have a variety of choice. So I'm just blending this in, guys. I'm just going to put a little bit more on that number 10 on that brush. And I'm just going to blend it in there. Want it to be the same shade as the other eye. That lovely, lovely, it's like a purple. Just want the eyes to be same on both sides. Okay, I'll live with that. That's good. I'm just going to clean that brush. And I'm going to go in with my, where are you? I will find you. There you are. My 167 oval shadow brush. Got this from Morphe as well. And I'm going to go into the shade number 6. Oh, hold on. No, we're going to go into shade number 12. And I'm just going to start popping that just next to that other shade. Kind of is like in between red and pink shade, this. Okay, same again. I'm just going to deepen that some more. Right? Other eye. Sorry about that, my phone alarm was on. It usually tells me I've got to take my lunchtime tablets. Yeah, I take enough tablets that I could choke a horse with. Got so much going on with my body, it's unreal. Right, just a little bit more. Okay, clean that brush. And I'm going to go into the number 6. I'm just going to pop that kind of halfway. I'm just trying to create a gradient look. So the kind of colors all kind of seep into each other. I'm just trying to be ever so gentle. The other eye. These brushes are really good for packing on your color. They're flat-headed brushes. Really good. If you don't have one, try and see if you can get one. Like I said, they just work really, really well. Clean that brush. Go into shade number 8, and I'm going to pop some more of that on. Close to the inner corner, but not quite. Same thing on the other side, guys. Oh, make sure if you get any creasing, that you fix it, because you don't want your makeup to look like it's creasing when your eyelids kind of close. It looks really funny. A little more. We will be blending all this in a few minutes, making sure I've got enough pigment on there. A little bit more across. Blending in out of the color. Okay, clean that brush, and we're gonna go in with my, where are you? I'm trying to find the right brush. Okay, my M124 firm shadow brush. It's a smaller version of that brush we had earlier. So I'm gonna go into shade number 3, and we're just gonna pop that on the inner corner. Give it a good rub with that brush. I want it to look the same on both eyes. Okay, and clean that brush. And I'm gonna go into my, let's try and find my brush first. Sorry, I'm going in with my 433 blending buff brush by Morphe. I'm gonna start blending from the outer corner. I'm gonna slowly blend in together. Bring that towards that corner to get a nice gradient look. I'm brushing that into the crease, as you can see. I'm not going too far up, I'm just sticking as close as I can to that crease. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my Lamora blending brush, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to start blending this in, dragging some of that other pigment in towards the corner. It looks like to me, I'm probably gonna have to put a second coat on. I don't feel like it's bright enough. I'm just getting into that crease. Yeah, I need some more pigment to color going. So I'm just gonna clean that brush and that fluff brush. And I'll try and use the same brushes I just cleaned off to reapply them. So I'm gonna go into shade number 8. I'm using that fluff brush. I'm just gonna start applying that a little bit to the center. I might do another video with the reds in this palette because it is quite nice. I just felt like doing purple today, pink. Just mixing that in a little bit. And back into that same shade. Okay. Clean that brush. And I'm going with that Lamora blending brush again. And I'm just gonna sweep back and forth. That's better. So hubby had his operation on his arm yesterday. He's a little bit worse for wear. I don't blame him. But he went in and did quite a bit of stuff on his arm. His shoulder, actually. So he's in a bit of pain and he's not able to do some certain things like lift anything heavy, that sort of thing. So yeah, I try and get my makeup done quick. Good job, but quick, so that I can be there for him and help him out a little bit. Because I don't want him ending up doing all the housework and stuff when he's got his arm in a sling. Alright, clean that brush. And I'm going in with that M167 oval shadow brush again. That flat-headed one. And I'm going into that number 10. And I'm just kind of reapplying it here. Just to the top, and we'll blend that out in a minute. Same thing on the other side. I'm just dabbing a bit on that outer corner. A bit more of that number 10 on the brush. Again, we're just gonna pat. Okay, clean that brush. And I'm gonna go in with my sponge, guys. We got one of these. They're really handy for shimmer shades. Just gonna give it a quick clean. And I'm going to go into that shade number 3. And I'm just popping that on the inner corner. It's just to give it an extra little bit of a lift. So we're on that number 3. A little more on that number 3. Alright, that looks quite good. Sorry, deep breath. I hold my breath when I'm doing makeup. I don't know why, but it's just one of those things. Yeah. So everybody has their little quirks, don't they? Mine just happens to hold my breath. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna go back into that number 3, that sponge, and I'm just gonna hit the bottom lid with that number 3, just a little bit, and just into that corner. Oh, I can hear, I can feel June arriving. I can't wait. I'm supposed to be able to do my course in June. I can't wait. I'm excited. My coffee's cold. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my blending brush by Lamora again, and I'm just gonna start blending that from the inside corner, the outside corner. You can get a nice blend in there. And the other side. I want this to angle up, so I'm just gonna wipe. I need to get some of those thingies that you put underneath your eyes to keep you from making a mess and going too low. I think I'll invest in some of those soon. And some more of that. Let's clean the brush first. Some more of that number 8. I'm just going to blend that in with that brush. Quite nice. Some more of that. And just again, we're just going to blend that in with that same brush. Going back and forth and in circular motions as well. And try not to leave any lines. Just blending that top line. I'm just going to clean that brush. Number 10 in a little bit more. Whew. No, not number 10, sorry. 8. I'm not going to do too much blending to this color because it's looking really nice now. Got a nice gradient kind of going, which is what I wanted. And the other side. A little more. Okay, clean that brush. I'm going to, where is it here now? Wait. Go into my oval shadow brush again. And I'm going to that number 10. And I'm applying that a little bit up here. And the other side. Nope, and just applying it a little bit more. It's looking good. Okay, let's clean that brush and back into that sponge again, and back into that number 3. And again, we're just gonna light it up a little. Alright, that looks really good, guys. I've kind of applied it at the top of the lid, right towards the center of the eye, and I've left the rest of it kind of going in an angle down towards the inner corner. So that looks really nice. Clean that sponge, and now I'm going to go into my firm shadow. Sorry, not my firm shadow. Where are you? Sorry. My smudger brush, my 213 Morphe smudger brush. It's just a tiny, tiny little brush. And I'm going to go into that number 10. And I'm just going to pop it just to the center and bring it up from the outer corner. Be very careful because you can get fallout from palettes sometimes. You want to try and create as straight as line as you possibly can without dropping any shadow anywhere on your face. Right, same thing for this eye, to the center. I'm just bringing that up a little bit. Okay, clean that brush. I'm going to go into number 8, and we're just going to add the rest of that just up to the corner, or before the corner, I should say. Oh, I can hear hubby and daughter outside. Okay, clean that brush. And I'm going to do a final blend using my Lamora Soft Blender. Just a really soft brush. And the other side. Okay, clean that brush now. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the eye makeup, guys, besides my liner and stuff, which I'm going to go away now and do off camera. And I'll come back and we'll talk about this palette. See you in a minute. Right, guys, I'm back after putting the rest of my makeup on, and I can tell you I'm really, really happy. I love the way this look came together slowly with the burn of dark purpley pink to lighter pink, and then finally into corner shade that really makes it look like magic with this palette. So, the Red Alert palette by Revolution. Here's the shades you get. We used the dark pinks today, and we used a little bit of this kind of goldy pink for the inner corners, and as I said, it really kind of stands out and looks really nice. So would I buy this palette again? Definitely would buy this palette again, and I would recommend it to anybody. The only thing that's not very good about this palette is that it's got no shade names on it at all. It just has a shade grid. So I have put the shade numbers on the video for you, so hopefully you'll be able to follow along a bit better instead of having to flip your palette over every time you don't want to know what color you're going into. Right, so yeah, that's pretty much it for me, guys. I want you to think about this, and let's go ahead and do this together now. I want you to take your finger, go up to that mouse, move it over to that subscribe button, hit the subscribe button and hit that bell, and you get a notification when my next video comes out. And that's be good because you can follow along with my makeup journey and see how I'm getting on, if I'm learning stuff, if I'm doing other stuff. So yeah, and you'll have a lot of fun just keeping up with what's going on. Anyways, that's pretty much it for me, guys. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, anything like that, please feel free to leave a message in the comment box underneath the video, and I'll get back to you. I do check my messages regularly, so you will catch up to me some point. So yeah, right, so I'm off now, and I hope you guys have a really good weekend. Thanks for joining and watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.